They say the desert will test you, your patience, your endurance, and sometimes your common sense. I didn't really believe that until I almost lost my phone because the sand was literally too hot to touch. Today, I want to take you with me on a journey through the Dubai desert. One full day of heat, sand, adrenaline, and moments that feel almost unreal. From dune bashing and camel rides to a sunset that looks like it's been painted by fire, and a night filled with Arabian barbecue and belly dancing under the stars. This was one of those days that reminded me just how wild and beautiful this planet can be. The adventure begins as we leave the city behind. One moment, you're surrounded by skyscrapers and highways, and the next, it's just endless golden sand stretching in every direction. The road slowly disappears, replaced by dunes that look like waves frozen in time. The sunlight is so bright it almost blinds you, and the air shimmers like it's alive. Even through the car's air conditioning, you can feel the heat pressing in. Our driver, a man who's probably been doing this for years, smiles and says, "Ready?" Before I can answer, he floors the gas pedal, and the 4x4 roars to life. This is dune bashing, the desert's version of a roller coaster. The tires dig into soft sand, the car tilts at impossible angles, and for a few seconds, you're weightless before crashing down again. The wind howls through the window, the camera shakes, and all you can do is laugh. Partly from excitement, partly from fear. Sand flies everywhere. Golden dust spinning around us like a storm. The desert, which looked calm and endless a moment ago, suddenly feels wild and alive. It's impossible to describe the feeling unless you're there. That mix of chaos and beauty, of losing control yet trusting the moment. The driver handles every turn like a dancer on sand, smooth and confident. Every bump feels like it could flip the car, but somehow it doesn't. You just keep going up and down until the horizon itself feels like it's moving. After what feels like both 10 minutes and eternity, we stop on top of high dune. The engine quiets, and for the first time, you hear the desert's silence, a deep, heavy stillness that almost hums. I open the door, and the heat hits me like a wall. It's 50 degrees Celsius outside. The sand burns through my shoes. When I bend down to pick up my phone that slipped out, I can barely hold it for more than a few seconds. It's that hot. But then I look around, and it's worth every drop of sweat. The desert is infinite. Golden dunes rolling endlessly under the blue sky. Shadows curving softly in the afternoon sun. There's something peaceful about it, the kind of silence that makes you listen to your own breath. You realize how small you are, standing in a world made of nothing but sand and sky. We wander around, taking photos, laughing about how impossible it is to walk. On this soft terrain, every step sinks, every movement feels heavy, but that's part of the fun. A few meters away, camels wait patiently, their shadows long and thin against the sand. Their faces look calm, almost wise, like they've seen thousands of tourists come and go, and they know exactly how the day will unfold. Soon it's time for the next part of the adventure, the camel ride. Now, riding a camel looks easy until the camel actually stands up. First, the back legs rise, throwing you forward, then the front legs pushing you back. It's a quick, clumsy dance that ends with you gripping the saddle for dear life. Once you're up, though, it's surprisingly peaceful. The camel sways side to side, slow and steady, as you move through the dunes. The heat wraps around you like a blanket, but the view makes you forget it all. The sun begins to lower, and everything changes. The dunes turn from gold to orange to red, and the sky becomes a watercolor of pink and violet. There's a moment when the whole desert glows, like it's on fire, but quietly. I lift my GoPro and just breathe. No words, just that endless horizon, the soft sound of sand shifting under the camel's feet, and the feeling that time is slowed down. As the sun finally dips below the dunes, the air cools slightly, and the desert starts to come alive again. In the distance, we see lights, small, flickering dots that grow brighter as we approach. It's the desert camp, and for a moment, it feels like stepping into a movie set. Lanterns line the pathway, leading to a wide open space filled with tents, carpets, and low tables. The smell of grilled meat and spices fills the air, mixed with the faint sweetness of shisha. Smoke, laughter, music, the sound of people talking in different languages. It's warm and welcoming, like a small oasis in the middle of nowhere. We sit down on soft cushions, our feet resting on. Sand's still warm from the day. A waiter brings over cold drinks, then plates of Arabic bread, hummus, and freshly grilled kebabs. The first bite hits different, smoky, flavorful, and somehow comforting. Maybe it's the hunger from a long day, or maybe food just tastes better in the desert. Then the music starts. Drums, flutes, the rhythmic beat of an oud. A dancer steps into the circle, her costume shimmering under the soft lights, gold and turquoise catching every flicker of flame. The crowd quiets, and then the dance begins. The belly dance is more than a performance. It's a story told through movement. Graceful, hypnotic, powerful. The way she moves makes the entire desert seem alive again. You forget the heat, the sand, the exhaustion. It's pure energy. And then comes the fire show. Because of course in Dubai, even the desert has fireworks. Flames spin through the air as performers juggle and dance, sparks flying against the black sky. The crowd cheers, the music gets louder, and for a few minutes, you're completely lost in the moment, surrounded by light, sound, and the warmth of 1,000 little fires. When it's finally over, everything slows down again. The music fades, the crowd relaxes, and people start lying back on the carpets, looking up at the stars. It's quiet again, but this time it's a different kind of silence. Full, content alive. I lie back too, the sand cool beneath me now. Above, the sky is so clear it feels endless. You can see every constellation, every faint shimmer of distant light. Somewhere nearby, a camel groans softly. Someone laughs. A warm breeze passes over, carrying the smell of smoke and spice. It's strange. Just a few hours ago, I was in the middle of a city filled with steel and glass, and now I'm lying under 1,000,000 stars in complete stillness. That's Dubai for you. A place that can take you from luxury malls to raw desert in less than an hour. The drive back feels quiet. The camp fades behind us. The dunes turn into silhouettes against the horizon, and the city lights slowly reappear. Through the window, I watch the transition from darkness to neon, from sand to skyline. And somewhere in between, I realize this is what makes Dubai so unique. It's not just the luxury, it's the extremes. The way it holds opposites, chaos and calm, heat and beauty, silence and sound, all in one place. When I finally reach my hotel, I pull my phone out of my pocket. It's covered in a thin layer of sand, still warm from earlier. I smile. Somehow, it survived the desert. And so did I. So, if you ever come to Dubai, don't just stay in the city. Go out there, into the dunes, into the heat, into the silence. Feel the sun burn on your skin, the sand slip through your fingers, the wind push against your face. Eat under the stars, listen to the drums, and lose yourself in the rhythm of the desert. Because the Dubai desert isn't just a place, it's an experience. It's where you learn that luxury doesn't always mean comfort, and beauty doesn't always mean easy. Sometimes it means sweat, dust, and a phone that's almost too hot to hold. But it also means moments that stay with you long after you've left. The colors of the sunset, the taste of the food, the echo of laughter under the night. Sky, that's the desert. That's Dubai. And that's a day I'll never forget.